When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye.
Hello and welcome to the weekly English practice from English Coaching Project.
Hi, I'm Darren, and welcome to this week's weekly English practice from English Coaching Projects. Now, don't worry, this week's weekly English practice is not about me wanting to become a rock star. It's about musicians who hated their own music. Hard to believe at times, but that's the way it is, or that's the way it was. As usual, there are questions for you to answer, so chat about those in class with your ECP coach, with your classmates. Why not chat about it with your friends, your family? And of course, you can always practice your writing. Send your answers in via email or record your voice and send in your answers via WhatsApp. I hope you enjoyed this week's article. Bye for now.
But I'm a creep.
Musicians who despise their own hit songs. While every musician must be pleased with the royalties they receive from having a hit song, sometimes they aren't that happy with the song itself. I was recently back home in Ireland for a week and decided to go on a day trip to a small town called Cove. Standing outside the Titanic Museum, I heard a busker on the other side of the street singing "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixies. It immediately gave me a sense of happiness and brought me back to my teenage years. Later that evening, when I got back to my mother's house, I decided to stick on some music I used to listen to back in those days. The first song on my playlist was "Creep" by Radiohead. As I listened to the opening lines of the song, "When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye," I chuckled to myself, remembering a battle of the bands I went to when I was about 16 years old. There was a small stage set up in a car park and every band played 3 songs in their set. All the bands performed "Creep." It was huge at the time. I can't remember how many times I heard the song that evening, but even the bad versions didn't put me off it. I still love it now. However, the same can't be said for Tom York, who wrote the song. While at university, Tom spotted a beautiful girl who he started to follow around. Being too shy to approach her, it began to take its toll on his self-esteem, making him feel like a creep and a weirdo. So he decided to get drunk to build up the courage to speak to the girl, but instead he ended up frightening her. Then, unexpectedly, the girl turned up at a Radiohead concert and Tom was mortified. This became the inspiration for the song, and although it brought them fame, Radiohead were never comfortable with being pigeonholed by it and didn't include it in live concerts for years. But this is not the only example. There are many more, from Kurt Cobain of Nirvana hating "Smells Like Teen Spirit" to Liam Gallagher's dislike of Wonderwall. The Beastie Boys loathed their song "You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party," going so far as to label the song shit. The hip-hop group wrote the song as a satire, parodying what would today be called bro culture and the guys who took part in it. Unfortunately, the satire got lost in translation, and people took it as a song honouring the people they were making fun of. To write a hit song is, well, to my mind, an extraordinary talent. So it's incredible that the artists themselves sometimes refer to their work as a piece of shit, which is exactly how Frank Sinatra referred to Strangers in the Night. But I want to say, keep 'em coming. This week's questions are: 1. Do you know another artist not mentioned in the text who hated one or more of their songs? 2. Is there a musician who you really like but dislike one of their hits? 3. Do you agree that not all music is good? Give reasons for your answer. 4. If you could listen to a song right now, what song would you choose and why? 5. When you listen to a song, what do you appreciate most? The lyrics or simply the music? Or both?